Do you feel like you're constantly trapped by stimuli that drain your energy and focus? Dopamine fasting might be exactly what you need. This technique, created by psychiatrist Dr. Cameron Seppa, offers a simple way to reduce exposure to triggers that reinforce compulsive habits like social media or impulsive shopping, helping you regain control over your choices. But be careful. It's not about fasting from dopamine itself. Instead, it's about creating strategic breaks to relieve mental and emotional overload. Today, we'll explore the 6 most common compulsive behaviors that dopamine fasting can help manage. Stay tuned, because at the end, we have a special bonus with practical tips to implement this technique effectively and without extremism. Let's get started. 1. Emotional eating. Many of us use food as an emotional escape to cope with stress, anxiety, or sadness. This habit not only disconnects us from the true purpose of eating, nourishing our bodies, but can also lead to a vicious cycle of guilt and compulsion. When we feel bad, we seek quick relief in food, but the comfort is fleeting. This reinforces a negative association, where food stops being a source of energy and pleasure and becomes an emotional substitute. Dopamine fasting helps break this automatic connection. By reducing the stimuli that trigger emotional eating, like eating while watching TV or scrolling on your phone, you allow your brain to rethink these patterns. Replacing these moments with more mindful practices, like meditation or physical activity, can ease the need to rely on food as an emotional response. Speaking of automatic patterns, let's dive into how dopamine fasting can help with excessive internet use. 2. Excessive internet and gaming. Social media, games, and notifications are some of the biggest culprits behind our lack of focus. Designed to keep your attention at all costs, these platforms release bursts of dopamine every time you interact with them. This creates an invisible dependency. The more time we spend online, the more we want to stay connected. That's why you often pick up your phone for something quick and end up lost in it for hours. Dopamine fasting helps you recognize and interrupt these cycles. By setting strategic breaks from internet use, like avoiding social media for a few hours a day, you allow your mind to rest and rebuild its natural balance. This disconnection also makes room for offline activities that nourish your mind, such as reading or manual hobbies. Now that we've addressed digital impulses, let's explore how dopamine fasting can help with impulsive shopping. 3. Impulsive shopping and gambling. How many times have you found yourself buying something you didn't really need just because it was on sale or seemed irresistible? This behavior is tied to the brain's reward system, which releases dopamine every time we anticipate the pleasure of a purchase or a bet. The problem is that this sensation is temporary and often followed by regret or financial issues. With dopamine fasting, it's possible to slow down these impulses and make more conscious decisions, reducing your exposure to ads, avoiding online stores during moments of boredom, and questioning the real necessity of each purchase are simple yet effective practices. By interrupting the cycle of anticipation and reward, you create space for decisions more aligned with your goals. But impulses aren't just limited to shopping or gambling, they can also manifest in more personal behaviors, as we'll explore next. 4. Pornography and compulsive masturbation. These behaviors, when excessive, can be attempts to cope with stress or loneliness. While natural to some extent, compulsive use can interfere with self-esteem, productivity, and even interpersonal relationship. Like other compulsive habits, they activate the brain's reward system, creating cycles that are hard to break. Dopamine fasting offers a chance to observe these patterns and redefine the relationship with these stimuli. Intentionally pausing these practices, even for short periods, allows you to regain control and explore healthier ways to manage emotions and build connection. For many, seeking professional help can also be an essential part of this process. But the search for intense emotions doesn't stop here. Let's take a look at how thrill-seeking behaviors can be equally challenging. 5. Constant search for adrenaline and novelty. The relentless pursuit of adrenaline, whether through extreme sports or impulsive decisions, reflects a need for intense stimuli to feel alive. While this can be exciting, it can also disconnect you from the simple, everyday pleasures of life. Moreover, this constant thrill-seeking can lead to unnecessary risks, both emotional and physical. Dopamine fasting teaches that you don't need to live at full intensity all the time to enjoy life. By slowing down and exploring calmer activities, like spending time in nature or practicing meditation, you can rediscover the beauty of peaceful moments. If thrill-seeking feels intense, recreational drug use often amplifies this craving for stimulation, as we'll see next. 6. Recreational drug use. Recreational drugs have a direct impact on the brain's reward system, creating intense sensations that can lead to dependency cycle. The problem is that these substances often provide immediate pleasure at a high cost to physical and mental health. While dopamine fasting isn't a treatment, it can serve as a starting point for reducing triggers and rethinking substance use. By intentionally pausing exposure to environments or stimuli that encourage drug use, you create space to explore healthier alternatives. Seeking professional support is crucial for addressing deeper issues, but simple practices, like disconnecting from negative influences, can make a significant difference. Now that we've covered the main habits, let's move on to our bonus: how to implement dopamine fasting in your daily life. 1. Disconnect before bed. Setting aside 1 to 4 hours at the end of your day away from screens might seem simple, but the benefits are immense. Studies show that exposure to electronic devices before sleep disrupts sleep quality by affecting melatonin levels, the hormone responsible for regulating rest. During this offline period, you can focus on relaxing activities like reading a book, practicing guided meditation, or even reflecting to organize your thoughts before ending the day. Additionally, this habit helps you reconnect with the people closest to you, like family or friends. Sharing conversations, stories, or simply enjoying moments of silence together strengthens bonds that often go unnoticed in the rush of daily life. The sense of rest gained from a peaceful night lays a solid foundation for tackling the next day with greater energy and focus. 2. Choose 1 day per week. Dedicating a Saturday or Sunday to offline activities is a powerful way to restore balance amid the overstimulation of the week. This day can be spent walking outdoors, exploring a local park, or simply relaxing at home with a good book. By avoiding social media and constant notifications, you allow your mind to slow down and fully embrace the present moment. This practice is also an opportunity to rediscover hobbies and passions that often fall by the wayside, like trying out a new recipe, painting, or organizing your living space. Choosing 1 day per week to disconnect isn't about deprivation, it's about creating intentional moments that nourish your creativity and emotional well-being. 3. Plan longer breaks from time to time. Consider taking a weekend each quarter or even a full week annually for a complete detox from digital stimuli. These longer breaks provide an opportunity to step out of your routine and recharge your energy. You might plan a peaceful trip, exploring a natural destination, or even create a retreat at home, focusing on relaxation, reading, and self-care. These extended pauses help reduce accumulated stress and allow for a deeper reconnection with yourself and what truly matters. Without the pressure of notifications or digital commitments, you can experience genuine rest, gaining mental clarity and renewed energy to return to your routine with greater motivation and purpose. Conclusion: dopamine fasting is more than a practice, it's an opportunity to reconnect with yourself. By reducing dependence on external stimuli, you'll discover that the deepest pleasures come from simple, mindful moments. This technique helps manage compulsive behaviors and brings balance to your mind and daily life. If you're looking for positive changes, why not start today? Take a small break and see how it can transform your well-being. And if this video provided valuable insights, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content about health and wellness. See you next time.